Monday, September 29th. How are you guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. My name's Dave Molinaro, and I'm joined by my partner, Marissa Nihill.
Men's and women's soccer had two games this week. Here are the highlights for men's soccer against Penn State Brandywine.
In the 19th minute, Tyler Budrick sends a through ball up to Kyle Jumlon, who scores on a cheeky little chip shot to put the Mighty Macs up 1-0. We're here with Kyle Jumlon. Kyle, the past two games you had 3 goals and 1 assist. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about today's game?
Just a must-win game. Kind of great that we came out, did the hard work, and got the 2 goals. Definitely want to keep it up into the next game, which is conference game.
Yep, we're on a 2-game win streak, and now we have CSAC play starting with Rosemont on Saturday. What are some of the things we still need to work on getting ready for the big conference games?
Not too much to work on. Just got to keep our heads up from this game. We know we wanted a bigger win than this, but great work from the boys today. Had a great run. Just keep on working hard.
Just keep rolling along. Thank you for joining us. On Saturday, in their CSAC opener against Rosemont, the Mighty Macs goalie Joe Lebonsky makes this nice save to keep the game scoreless early on in the first half. With the Mighty Macs down 2-0 to Rosemont late in the first half, Joe Lebonsky makes this terrific leaping save to keep the score where it is. Late in the first half, in the 41st minute, Santoni shows a flash of pure inspiration with this putback goal to cut the deficit 2-1 for the Mighty Macs. Kyle Jumlon gets a goal in this game to cut the deficit 3-2 after the assist off the big chip from Pat Friend. The Mighty Macs fell 3-2, and later this week they play Newman and Baptist Bible.
Women's soccer hosted Karen in their CSAC opener. Meg McKernan makes this diving save, one of 4 saves on the day. Trailing 2-0 in the second half, Rosemary Reitman gets a good opportunity, but she's turned away as IU falls 2-0. They had another game hosting Centenary on Saturday, and Nicole Catania deflects this free kick from Shelby Clare, but it's stopped to keep the game scoreless. Trailing 1-0 late, McKernan makes one of her 9 stops, but IU was unable to break through this 1-0 defeat. They will play Baptist Bible in Cabrini this week.
Field hockey hosted Stevenson and Cedar Crest at Draper Wall Stadium this week. Here are the highlights. On Wednesday, Immaculata Field Hockey hosted Stevenson, and Sarah Pasternak made this save, which was one of her career-high 20 saves on the night. After scoring earlier in the game, Ashley O'Donnell is looking for her second to tie the game at 2, but her shot goes wide and Immaculata falls 2-1 to Stevenson. Later, Immaculata hosted Cedar Crest in their CSAC opener, and Ashley O'Donnell scores to make it 2-0 early in the first half. Now leading 5-0 midway through the second half, freshman Rachel Haynes cashes in on the rebound attempt for her first career goal to put the Mighty Macs up 6-0. With this shot, Ashley O'Donnell gets the hat trick for the game, her second on the season. She's 11 total goals, which is most in the CSAC, and the Mighty Macs continue their rout as they're up 8-0 on Cedar Crest. When it rains, it pours. Patsy Murphy finishes off Cedar Crest with this goal to give the Mighty Macs the 9-1 win. Later this week, they will play DeSales and Newman.
Women's cross country won the Lancaster Bible Invitational, their second team win of the season. They had 3 of the top 5 runners. Men's cross country won the event as well, with Angel Jamal Rodriguez finishing as the top runner and 2 others finishing inside the top 10.
Immaculata Volleyball hosted Ursinus earlier this week, and in the first set, Captain Steph Joller gets this big spike to help IU win the first set 25-22. In the second set, Jamie Rombach plays a perfect drop shot over the net, but the Mighty Macs would drop the second and third sets. The Mighty Macs would rally to win in the fourth set, including a block from freshman Gabby Guerrero, but it wasn't enough as the Mighty Macs lost to Ursinus in the fifth set.
Immaculata beat Wesley on Thursday. On Saturday, they lost to Penn State Berks and Alvernia. They start conference play with Cabrini and Centenary this week.
Women's tennis has a 4-1 record after beating Keystone 9-0 earlier this week, and later this week they play Cabrini and Cedar Crest. That's it for this week's episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. I'm Dave Molinaro.
I'm Marissa Nihill.
And go Macs.